The only time I've ever been to Vegas was stopping to get gas when I was driving back from California, moving back to Colorado. So you could say this weekend was my first time really experiencing Vegas. When my aunt invited me to Vegas and asked who I wanted to take, I said my 65-year-old grandma, of course. Come with me to spend my weekend in Vegas. Vegas actually terrifies me. Working in politics and being obsessed with the news, you wouldn't think it, but I interface with sports gambling a lot. I track trends and interests of different demographics for my job. And honestly, you would have to be living under a rock to not know that sports gambling and gambling in general is up massively and terrifyingly. The sportsbook was the only area that was smoke-free, so we spent a lot of time there. Even though everyone smokes cigarettes in New York, it is so different when you were trapped in a casino. And the air is probably 45% cigarette smoke. Okay, I'm being dramatic, but this whole thing was a culture shock, honestly. This is gonna sound very Gen Z of me, but the only gambling I've interfaced with is online gambling, like FanDuel, DraftKings, etc. And after spending 2.5 days in Vegas, I'm convinced that this is basically Disney World for adults. I did love the Ferris wheel and all the different history here. One very interesting thing I learned here is that the monorail, the little subway thing that takes you around, actually went bankrupt in 2020 and then was bought by a city government agency. So public services were getting me around, yes they were. I actually didn't spend a single penny gambling. My grandma did though, and she ended up winning $9. She put in 5, so we technically almost doubled our money. Another thing about Vegas is that they bring you free drinks while you're gambling, which feels like it should be literally illegal. And then you remember that this is illegal in most of the country. Overall, very glad I experienced Vegas. Not sure I'll be coming back super soon. It's one of those things that I feel like you just have to experience at least once. Given I live in New York, it was a little bit of a haul, so I'm heading back on a red-eye flight. So I'm praying I can sleep on my 4 hours flight. Otherwise, work on Monday is gonna be a little bit rough.